Hi, it's Terrell again here. It looks like the Bermuda Triangle is all sorted already, so that's really good. I got everything bindered up. I got at least well, almost a play set of everything. Probably missing a whole bunch of cards, but it's pretty much all that's left for the Bermuda Triangle is to look through the decks and then whatever was in that other thing. Apparently, there's some better rares in that pile, so that's nice. And then there's also a deck over here. Maybe look at the deck and see how that works, because I was looking at both of them. This one seemed pretty straightforward, so we'll start with this one here. We'll probably look at the whole deck all together later so we can see how it was put together and see what's all in it, but this is going to be your starting Vanguard, the Bermuda Triangle Cadet Riviere. And she's going to trigger once you place the Mermaid Idol Riviere on her. So that's who you're going to use to ride this unit. Yeah, and I really like how this deck's put together. It seems so straightforward, because then you ride the Mermaid Idol Riviere, and it says if you have a card named the Cadet Riviere in your soul, which you will, then you're going to trigger her benefits. And then on your second turn, you're going to be able to play Super Idol Riviere, hopefully. Then you're going to be able to draw a card because of that. Then you're going to have plus 1,000 again because you had the other Riviere unit. That seems really neat. And then now when a card named Top Idol Riviere rides this unit, then you get to draw another card. So it seems like every time you ride the unit, you get to draw an extra card and you get plus 1,000. Then it looks like once you play the Top Idol Riviere, you're going to be able to draw another card. And then if you have another one of her in your hand, you're going to be able to pay the cost, and then discard it. And then all of your up to 3 rare units get plus 5,000 until end of turn. That sounds pretty crazy. 5, 10, 15,000. Then it looks like by the time you bring out your G unit, you're going to have everything you need to trigger its cost, because it says choose up to the same number of your air guards as the number of cards in your soul with Riviere in the card names, and they get plus 5,000 until end of turn. So that'd be at least 3 of them. If you got 1, 2, 3, because you got there's 4 different grades of them. Wow, it's really neat. Then, wow, it's neat how they all go together. It's 4 different Riviere cards, and they all are different grades. That's pretty cool. Then there was extra support. It looks like it had the Lunchmaker high cost, so you could choose a card from your hand and put it into your soul, so probably get another Riviere card in there. And then you can also draw a card if you pay the cost. That seems alright. And then Immaculate Symbol Freya, so that seems really good. It basically seems like the only reason is to, if you discard or put this card into your soul from your hand, then you could search for this card. So if you have a level 0 Vanguard, then you could search your deck to play this card on top of it, even if you didn't draw it. So that seems really helpful. Yeah, and then I guess its second ability too, it's also if any of your Riviere cards are on the field and they're a rear guard, they cannot be targeted by abilities. Effects of your opponent's cards. Nice, so that seems like a pretty good staple for a Riviere deck. And then Limpid Chorus Maylene seems to go with it. That's pretty sweet. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a Super Idol Riviere on your Vanguard or in your soul, this unit gets plus 2,000, and then you get to gain some extra charges, 2 of them. So as long as your Vanguard is grade 2 or higher, it looks like that effect's going to trigger. And then just another draw card. That seems really good. Yeah, and then if you put this card from your hand into your soul, and if you have a grade 1 Vanguard, the Mermaid Idol Riviere, then you can search your entire deck to get the grade 2 level Super Idol Riviere. Nice. So you could search for the level 1 and the level 2 cards. Jeez, and then even another draw card. Wow. So I guess that's what the Riviere deck is all about, just finding her cards, because this one searches for the other ones. Like, as long as you have a grade 2 Vanguard, as long as you have a Super Idol Riviere, it could be any grade 2, Yeah, then you can search your deck for the grade 3 version, so it doesn't even, you don't even have to draw these cards really. all these cards just draw them for you. That's really, really good. Plus it untaps it, so maybe you attack with your level 2 first, and then you play that, and then you raise to level 3, and then untap it, and then attack a second time. Wow. When you're grade 4 Vanguard with the Riviere and your card named attacks, you may pay the cost if you do untap this card. So then this card could have another attack too. And then there was also, 16 G units. Yeah, it is 16. Yeah, so you had the legendary Riviere. I guess that was the main part of the deck. 2, 3, 4. And then maybe that was pretty much all of the support that the Riviere decks, because this one doesn't say Riviere on the card, but its ability is probably really good. And I'm not quite sure what this means. What would be the point of returning cards to your hand? Maybe if I look at the cards again. Oh, okay, actually return them to your hand, and then you could discard it to search for your other cards, maybe. Yeah, your other grade 3 cards, that would make sense. Alright. And then a School of Italy with a huge, huge wall of text. And then this one tells you to return stuff to your hand too. It says you can turn another one face over. Then you can return up to 5 rare Vanguards to your hand. Then you... call them to separate. Choose up to 2 cards from your hand and call them to the rear in different positions, and this card gets +1 damage until end of turn. Is that what that says? And then there was a couple of G Guardians. They were introduced in 2016, so the limit was increased. Okay. Card from your hand, reveal it. This unit gets +5,000 until at the end of battle. So I think this unit's a bit better. Maybe it would be better to have 4 of them. Maybe he just didn't have 4 of them or something. Yeah, when this unit is placed into your G zone, if you do the cost, then it gets +10,000 until the end of battle. Wow, so it'd be like 25,000. Looks like it's a lot easier to trigger too. And it looks like there's even maybe a sideboard or something. So this one seems to go with it too. This one's another search card. It says if you ride this card on a grade 2 unit, the Super Riviere, then you can search your deck for the grade 3 unit. It's just more search. More searching for more Riviere cards. Then plus the other one says you could untap all of your Vanguards, so all of your Vanguards get another attack. That sounds pretty crazy. Looks like this was another card. I have a whole bunch of these, so that's alright. This is for a Riviere deck. It allows you to search for another Riviere card. It's just more search. And then by the looks of it, Hardy Dancer Courage was also made for this deck. So it says if you if you ride this card, if that's the Vanguard, you can choose, because this is going to go back, because it's the Forerunner. So you could put this card into your soul, and then you could search for either the grade 1 or the grade 2. So it's just more searching for the cards. And then I wonder if the next part means it overrides the role. Because it says if you play that, if you search for a grade 1, then it says you may ride this card right away. So maybe you ride that card, and then you'd be able to search for this one, and then you could ride this one on the same turn. Then you'd be ready to play that if you have it in your hand. Jeez. So it's definitely really interesting. Yeah, looking at the cards and seeing how a really good deck works. Just pretty much searches for everything itself. That's really interesting. Yeah, and then it had the same makeup. It had your 1 starting Vanguard character, and then the 16 trigger units. There wasn't a single stand unit in here. And I was looking at those too. They could literally be anything. So at that point, you could just choose which pictures you want for those ones. If there isn't anything that says Riviere on the card. Yeah, and then you start with your Riviere, and then you upgrade to Riviere, and then you search for Riviere, and then you upgrade to Riviere again, or you ride, I guess. You keep riding up to different levels of Riviere. And the legendary Riviere just triggers on more Riviere stuff. Seems like a really cool deck. And then the 16 G units, because they changed that. So it looks like everything was here for a really good deck, and then even a sideboard with even more searching. So yeah, I'd say the Riviere deck probably looks pretty good. So now maybe I'll see what else I could make, or maybe look at the reindeer deck. See, yeah, because now I have to resort all my 0 cards now, because I have to sort all the ones that do nothing really, and then find the ones that actually say text. Because I noticed it said prism cards all go together, and then all the duo cards go together, and all the choo-choo cards go together, so now I have to figure all that out too. There's definitely a lot of stuff to learn here.